This is for Curmel and for Floyd, if you can answer this. We were with Shakur Stevenson yesterday. He had very high praise for you. He spoke about the, not in detail about the sparring, but just he was so impressed with you in the sparring earlier this year. And when he was asked who you remind him of, he said Naoya Inoue, which is pretty high praise. I'm just wondering what you think of that, and Floyd, maybe who he reminds you of.
Yeah, I've known Shakur for a long time throughout the amateurs. He watched me grow up in the amateurs too, and with the comparison, I mean, Inoue is a solid fighter. He has skills. He's fast, strong, but I feel like I'll be a lot bigger than him. I'll be a lot better fighter than him when it's all said and done. And I'm just getting started. I'm 17. It's my pro debut, and I feel like I have a lot of potential, and I'm gonna show it.
I can't really say who his style is like. You know, that kid from Japan, he's a hell of a fighter. Hell of a fighter. And what we doing in today's time, we're making dream matches. No different from, we done the Mayweather Canelo, we done the Mayweather McGregor, we done the Mayweather Pacquiao. We do the biggest matches out there. So in due time, we never know. It could be him. And I don't really know how to pronounce his name, but the kid from Japan, if that's okay, no disrespect. But and we know Shakur is one hell of a fighter, and soon he'll be in a position where he's beating everybody. Then eventually, everybody be calling you out. No different from everybody wants to fight Tank. This is how it works in the sport of boxing. At one particular time, I wanted to fight everyone. It was very difficult, it was very hard. Then once I became the man, damn near 20 years, I was the man, and every fighter wanted to fight me. So that's how it works. But I want these media guys to, take some time out their schedules, some time to just go to the gym and see how these fighters run. Follow them when they go home, see how they live. This kid come from nothing like myself, so when these kids come from nothing, and when he was a kid, when he didn't have nothing, I make sure that I was there. So these are the things that we don't talk about, or we don't, I don't glorify, because when I do certain things, I do it with just a beautiful heart for a kid like this. When he was a kid, if him and his father, Curtis, can barely make ends meet, I wanted to make sure that their rent was paid. I wanted to make sure they had food in the refrigerator. When I get on the podium and I win a fight, I never talk about these things. Mark my word, remember this. Within 24 months, he'll be a multi-millionaire. Remember I told you that. Now mark it down, because I told you guys before. Remember I told you guys about certain things. I told you guys about Gervonta Tank Davis. You guys didn't listen. I told you about how easy the Pacquiao fight was going to be. You guys said it wasn't so. I'm like Nostradamus. Y'all know when I predict something, it's going to be what it's going to be. So within 24 months, he'll be a millionaire.
Hey, Curmel, right here. Right here.
What up?
This is Skip Brown from Dante's Boxing Nation. Congratulations, young man, on a great victory. I have a two-part question, one for you and one for...
Dante, I think he be in my gym, don't he?
So my first question to you is, how do you backed by arguably one of the greatest of all time? Right?
No. What are we rating myself on? What are we rating on?
Okay.
Well, we're going to know in the least amount of fights. I didn't have to have 70 fights, or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest game?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
No disrespect, Sam. No disrespect. No, my question to both of
I can do this.
my question to you first, Curmel. How does it feel to be back?
Hurry up, because we'll let Canelo come.
All right, by the greatest of all time. How does it feel to be backed by him? And now you took your first step into creating your own greatness. And Floyd, my question for you is, what was it like for you? What was going through your mind after your first victory?
we can't be disrespectful. When he get to a certain level, we gotta let Canelo come here. You know, no disrespect. This is Canelo is the main event and the main attraction. So I'm not gonna do that. Dante, you're gonna be able to pull us to the side so we can talk and answer that question.
Okay.
You know, I gotta respect Canelo, hell of a champion, done a hell of a job tonight. It's best that we let Canelo get a shot.